electric vehicle market, right, is full of hype and enthusiasm, for a couple key brands. And personally, if anyone who's listened to most of the podcast, I'm not of the opinion that electric vehicles are going to take over the world and should take over the world in the next 5 to 10 years, and we just need to hurry up and switch everything. I think there's a lot of applications of hybrids in the meantime, or potentially hydrogen applications, etc. However, for certain applications, such as a fleet, when you can define very clear routes, you can optimize the battery pack, because the battery pack, right, that's the huge environmental and the
Hmm.
cost factor. I see a ton of potential, and I'm excited to hear kind of a company targeting one of these specific areas where, yeah, tomorrow it would be great if you could go all electric vehicles in the compact van space.
I've been in this space, Brandon, for last 10 years. I think it's not ironical, but it's interesting how the industry started out in the passenger side. Yeah, I know the Nissan Leaf, the GM Bolt, and things like that. And yet, this application is what you just said is absolutely perfect. For this, perfect. Small
Yep.
batteries, small range, and vehicle actually, in many cases, sits a lot of the day. If you look at what a driver in these short distance drives, sit, drive, sit, drive, sit. So, you're not turning the vehicle on, off, or sitting with it idling. And as I said, running emissions. But I'm with you. These aren't going to go electric vehicles across the board to every possible application. I think everything in moderation. It'll pick its targets, and where it makes sense, the natural process will take care of itself. If it's a good financial benefit to the customers, they'll buy it. And then, by the way, green is a secondary advantage. I think the opposite, when you try to sell green, that's not as a compelling an offer, and then convince yourself to take some sort of a cost penalty if you're a business. If you're a person, it's a personal choice. You can choose to do that all day long. But in a big company, hard to rationalize paying more money. But equal or less and green is a good deal.